1 in 5 American teens have struggled with symptoms of depression. Between the ages of 12 and 15, the number of girls experiencing depression triples. Despite the prevalence of the mental illness, there is a stigma when approaching the topic in minority communities. When it comes to adolescent girls from Latina, Asian, and African American backgrounds, depression is a taboo topic.
I met Ruby in my first job at Inner City Arts, and I just saw a beautiful smile. I heard her sing and play her guitar with such soul, like it was reaching directly to me. But never did I realize that she was suffering from a deep depression.
No, you didn't say, you didn't know you were a curse to me.
My experience with depression, like growing up as a kid, it was like really hard because I've never been that girly type of girl. I've always been very different. I don't know, I would get bullied a lot, and they'll call me lesbian, like especially in middle school. I get punked on a lot, and I've been beat several times. I had trouble like dressing up for PE in the locker rooms because they'll be like, oh, look at that lesbian, look at her. So I stopped dressing for PE and I failed it, and I basically failed all my classes. You know, I'll just sit in the back of the room, sometimes I'll cry, and it was just really hard growing up.
The history of oppression, particularly with women. In the Latino culture, there is a hierarchy where that men are lifted and women are subordinate to men. And I think with that, it creates a lot of depression because it feels like you're being used as a slave and not being given the opportunity to be something other than somebody who serves. And I don't think girls today, Latina girls today, it's hard to get their head around the fact that they want to be something different, and the families don't necessarily support them in that.
No, I'm not fine, and I won't be fine. No, I won't be fine.
I did meth for a whole entire month. That was very terrible. I actually had an overdose in school. And I got sent to a rehab program, and I was there for about a year. Like, I don't know, being depressed is like, it takes you to a whole different level.
I was going through, I think some would say, an existential crisis. I was like, there was no reason for anything. There was no reason to do anything. It all results in nothing.
Going into high school with my sister, I always viewed her as a pinnacle of perfection. She was an amazing student, role model, and friend. Yet when we entered our household, it was almost as if she was a different person. She was still Faith, but quieter, more reserved, and prone to isolation. I wanted to help my big sister, but I didn't even know what was really going on.
I was frustrated because I had a calculus class that I needed to pass, and no matter how hard I studied or how long I studied, I just wouldn't get it. And you know, after you keep trying and trying and trying, it feels like you should just give up.
Some teens will say something like, I don't want to get up in the morning, or life isn't worth living, or I just don't want to be here anymore. They may hole up in their room. They may not want to socialize anymore. Grades in school may drop, or they may have problems with eating or sleeping. So sometimes you don't hear it in the words, but you see it in the behavior.
In Nigerian families, you have to be a woman. You have to hold it down. You have to take care of your chores, take care of other people, and in that time, I wasn't ready to take care of anybody. I wasn't ready to do the things that I needed to do, and my mom, she saw it as laziness.
I'm going to tell you a statistic that a lot of people are unaware of. The Latina females have the highest rate of suicide attempts of teenagers in this area.
Oh, I felt like I was giving up on myself. You know, I felt very down, and I thought I wasn't going to make it. I thought I was just going to give up and just, I don't know, die. I felt so empty. I felt really hollow. Like, it just felt terrible. Like, I felt disgusted of myself when I was on meth. So like, now that I'm off it, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I made it through that.
I have a lot of programs that reach out to women about not getting involved in domestic violence situations, knowing when you're in a relationship that's not healthy, being able to go against the norms in your culture of what's expected of you, that you can be leaders, that you can start your own companies, that you can do your own things.
What we do at Teen Line in terms of teen suicide prevention is really educating teens about how to get help.
It's important to speak out about it because verbalizing your issues, making them tangible, makes them be able to you're able to tackle them.
As soon as I found out I could sing, I started writing and I started making all these songs, and I realized, I'm like, wow, if I'm like feeling down or something, I could just write it down and turn it into a song.
At GlobalGirl Media, we want to encourage young women to speak up about their struggle with depression.